Hello everyone, welcome back to Amin Maths Club. Today we have a nice Olympiad problem, that is 3 to the power x times 5 to the power x squared is equal to 15. So we need to find the all possible value of x. So starting our solution here, that 3 to the power x times 5 to the power x squared, and this 15 can also be written as 3 times 5. So now if we divide both hand side by 5, here dividing by 5 and similarly here dividing by 5, this 5 can be cancelled out, so we get 3 to the power x times 5 to the power x squared divided by 5, that is equal to 3. So now here, as we know that by exponential property, if we have a to the power m over a to the power n, it is equal to a to the power m minus n. So using this property here, then we get 3 to the power x times here using this property, so 5 to the power x squared, here power is 1, so we get x squared minus 1, that is equal to 3. Now if we divide this 3 to the power x on both hand side, so it will be cancelled. Now 5 to the power x squared minus 1 is equal to, using the same property here, then we get here power is 1, so 1 minus x. Now if we take log on both hand sides, so we have log 5 to the power x squared minus 1 is equal to log 3 to the power 1 minus x. Now using logarithm law, as we know that if we have log a to the power m, it is equal to m log a. So here we just write x squared minus 1 times log 5, that is equal to 1 minus x log 3. So if we divide both hand side by log 5, then log 5 is cancelled out on our left hand side, so we have x squared minus 1, that is equal to 1 minus x times log 3 over log 5. Now x squared minus 1 is equal to 1 minus x times, here we use logarithm law, that is log a over log b is equal to log a to base b. So it will be log 3 to base 5. Now here this one can also be written as x squared minus 1 squared is equal to 1 minus x times log 3 to base 5. So as we know that this x squared minus 1 squared, here we use algebraic law, that is if we have a squared minus b squared, it is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So using this law here, then it will be x plus 1 times x minus 1. Now x squared minus 1 squared is equal to x plus 1 times x minus 1 is equal to 1 minus x, and here log 3 to base 5. So now x plus 1 times x minus 1, here we just take minus is common, so we have minus times minus is plus, x minus 1 log 3 to base 5. Now shifting this term to our left hand side, then we have x plus 1 times x minus 1 is, it will be plus x minus 1 times log 3 to base 5, that is equal to 0. Now x minus 1 is common, so taking x minus 1 is common factor, then we have x plus 1, and here we get plus log 3 to base 5, that is equal to 0. Now first factor is x minus 1 is equal to 0, and second is x plus 1 plus log 3 to base 5 is equal to 0. Here we can find out our value of x, which is x1, from our first factor, which is plus 1. So x1 is equal to 1, it is our real solution. And now solving our next equation, which is x is equal to, now shifting these two terms, we have minus 1 minus log 3 to base 5. So here x is equal to, if we just write this minus 1 is common, so we have this one is plus 1, minus time minus is plus log 3 to base 5. Now as we know that by logarithm law, if we have log b to base b, it is equal to 1. So here we just write this one is equal to log 5 to base 5, 5 to base 5. So x is equal to minus 1 times log 5 to base 5 plus log 3 to base 5. Now using again we have a nice logarithm law. If we have that log m to base b plus log n to base b having same basis, then it will be equal to log m times n with base b. So using this law here, then it will be x is equal to that minus 1 times log 5 times 3 to base 5, because there is same basis with first term and second, so we just use this law here. Then x is equal to minus 1 log 5 times 3 is 15 to base 5. So it is our second solution of x. Now we have find out two possible solution of x here. Now we have to verify these values. So let's check our problem, that is 3 to the power x times 5 to the power x squared is equal to 15. So when x1 is equal to 1, and it is obvious that when we put 1 in this equation, then we get 3 to the power x is 3 and x squared is 1. So 5 to the power 1 is 5, then 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So it is valid solution. Now we have to prove this x2, which is minus log 15 to base 5. Now 3 to the power, putting this value here, minus log 15 to base 5 times 5 to the power that minus log 15 to the 5 base 5 whole squared, is it equal to 15? So now we know that as we have by exponential identity, if we have a to the power minus n, it is equal to 1 over a to the power n. It is equal to 1 over a to the power n. So now using this property here, then it will be 1 over 3 to the power log 15 to base 5 times here this minus squared is equal to plus. So this squared can also be written as we know that if we have a squared, which is equal to a times a, so here we have 5 to the power log 15 to base 5 times log 15 to base 5. This minus will be plus, so is it equal to 15? Now our next step is 1 over 3 to the power log 15 to base 5 times, here we can use this property. If we have a to the power m times n, it is equal to a to the power m whole to the power n. So it will be 5 to the power log 15 to base 5 whole to the power log 15 to base 5. That is it equal to 15? So now 1 over 3 to the power log 15 to base 5 times, here we know that by logarithm law, if we have b to the power log a to base b, then it will be equal to a. So here the value of a is 15. Now we just write 15 to the power log 15 to base 5, is it equal to 15? Now our next step is 1 over 3 to the power log 15 to base 5 times this 15 can also be written as 3 times 5 whole to the power log 15 to base 5. Is it equal to 15? Now using this property that if we have a times b whole to the power n, it is equal to a to the power n times b to the power n. So here 1 over 3 log 15 to base 5 times it will be 3 to the power log 15 to base 5 times 5 to the power log 15 to base 5. Is it equal to 15? Now we see that 3 log 15 to base 5 and 3 log 15 to base 5 can cancel to each other. So we have 5 to the power log 15 to base 5. Is it equal to 15? So using this law, again using this law here, so we have value of a is equal to 15 and 15 is equal to 15. Hence we prove that our left hand side of this equation is equal to right hand side of this equation. So we have proved that our both values of x are valid for this problem. So this one x1 and x2, these are valid, so it is our final answer. Now we are going to review our problem here step by step, that it is our answer, it is second solution and it is our first solution. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Now our final values are that x is equal to x1 is 1 and x2 is minus log 15 to base 5. It is our final answer. So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more interesting contents. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.